Andrew Tucker, and welcome to Andrew Tucker World. What's going on, all my great people? What's going on, all my boxing fans? So, I thought I saw some channels taking what Anthony Joshua said the wrong way. Now they're trying to perceive him to be a bad guy, or they trying to make him look like he some type of gangster or a bad guy. You know what I mean? But when another fighter was doing it, I guess it was okay, right? It was okay when another fighter, you know what I'm saying, was speaking his mind and saying certain things. It was okay with that fighter, right? And y'all don't hold that fighter accountable with some of the things he was saying out of his mouth, right? But you certain channels want to come at Anthony Joshua and attack Anthony Joshua when it comes to the IFL TV interview. Some of the things he was saying, you guys are taking his words and twisting his words. That's what you guys are doing. You guys are taking his words and twisting his words. We know that Anthony Joshua, just like any other fighter, is not perfect. We know Anthony Joshua speaks his mind. But Anthony Joshua is also a role model. Anthony Joshua is also a role model. Anthony Joshua is the example of a true champion. And he is the example of a true leader. Just because sometimes he speaks his mind and he tell y'all how it is, now he's the enemy. Now he's a bad guy. Now he's considered some type of gangster or some type of thug because he was keeping it real. But y'all don't hold, quote unquote, your favorite fighter, quote unquote, your king, accountable. And like I said, I don't have no problem with no fighter, no disrespect towards no fighter. I don't have a problem with no fighter. I respect every fighter that step in the ring to put their life on the line for our entertainment. Now we know they fight for the money. They prize fighters, of course. They're going to get their money. Of course they fighting for the money. And they also fighting, and I believe a lot of other fighters are fighting for legacy, are fighting to be great. But of course they got to get paid. But they also stepping in the ring, putting their life on the line. Once again, I said it. Stepping in the ring because they can get seriously, badly hurt, knocked out, or lose their life. It's a chance, it's a risk. It's a chance, it's a risk. Every time they step in the ring. Especially if you got two dangerous fighters stepping in the ring. Especially when you have dangerous fighters stepping in the ring. Especially in the heavyweight division. We already know what time it is in the heavyweight division. Y'all always trying to find a reason to attack Anthony Joshua and come after Anthony Joshua. But y'all don't have no good-ass reason. No good-ass reason at all to attack this man. It got to be out of jealousy. It got to be out of hate. It got to be out of jealousy. It got to be out of hate. Is it because he's from the United Kingdom? He's not an American, African and American fighter because he got so much respect for great trainers. He got so much love and respect for fighters and for trainers and people over here in America. Just like you motherfuckers can't show no respect to the fighters, to some of you channels, and you know who you are. Can't show no love and respect to certain fighters coming from out of other countries and certain countries. Especially the United Kingdom. You niggas got so much hate. You niggas got so much hate and it's ridiculous. You hating on the fighter just because he was keeping it real and speaking his mind. But when your favorite fighter, quote unquote favorite fighter, quote unquote king, say certain shit, y'all don't hold him accountable, or y'all don't attack him or consider him as this villain, this bad guy, this gangster, or this fucking thug. But y'all always gotta try to find a reason to come at Anthony Joshua and attack Anthony Joshua. You certain channels, and you know who you are. Just because he's speaking his mind and keeping it real. Anthony Joshua, two-time unified heavyweight champion, has accomplished a lot in the sport in a short period of time. Has accomplished a lot in the sport. Two-time champion. Two-time unified heavyweight champion. And maybe soon he will become three-time unified heavyweight champion. Was able to defend his titles, get his titles back, and defend his titles. He takes on his mandatories. He is the example of a true champion, example of a gladiator, of a warrior, of a fighter that avoids no fighter, that's only willing to fight the best. He wanted Fury. He wanted Wilder. He got one of the best resumes in the heavyweight division. Facts, you can't deny it. Whether you want to hate it or love it. One of the best resumes in the sport of boxing. In the heavyweight division. Shakur Stevenson is a great fighter. Now this situation with Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, man, forget all this back and forth. You know, I guess you got to promote the fight, so it is what it is. This back and forth, you know what I'm saying, this war that's going on. But at the end of the day, Bill Haney and Teofimo Lopez Sr. are best friends. They are great friends. And they do a lot of hanging out and talking and shaking hands behind the scene. We know that Devin Haney is one of the best fighters out there. One of the best young, talented, skilled fighters out there. We know that Teofimo Lopez has accomplished a little bit more in the sport. He is the top dog at 135. He beat the man that was the man, which was Vasily Lomachenko. He beat Richard Comey, a dangerous, big, strong Nakatani. He's unified. He's unified, or some people may consider him, because of the franchise, as undisputed. I would love for him to fight Devin Haney. That's the fight we need in the sport of boxing. Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez. I have no hate towards no fighter. I love both fighters. They're special, young, talented, very skilled, fundamentally sound young fighters. And all I want to see is the fight. All this back and forth, this old Devin Haney don't really want to fight. Teo don't really want to fight. Oh, Devin was ducking. Teo was ducking Devin. Devin ain't really, they ain't send this, they ain't send that. Forget all that bullshit. Y'all can make the fight happen. The fight can happen. That can be the next fight. Let's see it. Let's make the fight happen. The fight can happen. We want to see it. The fight can happen. Teofimo Lopez take care George Kambosos, and then, Devin Haney takes care of Jojo Diaz if that's the next fight. They get past their opponents. That should be the next fight. All this back and forth, all this hating on Devin Haney, stop with that bullshit. All this hating on Teofimo Lopez, stop with that bullshit. Both of these fighters are great fighters, and both of these fighters are going to challenge each other. It's going to be a competitive fight. One of the best epic battles you will ever witness. A high-class chess match. Two technical boxer punchers, outside fighters, inside fighter. Teo slightly the harder hitter between the two. Have a little bit more of his man strength. Devin Haney still developing and growing into his man strength. But start with the BS, man. Start respecting these fighters, and let's start showing these fighters love and respect. But of course, let's push for these fights. Let's continue to push for these fights. The fights we really want to see. Andrew Tucker World, I'm out. Much love and respect.